There are moments in life when everything feels uncertain, when doors close, plans fall apart, and your heart quietly asks, Ya Allah, what is happening to me? You try to stay strong, you try to be patient, but deep inside there is a weight you cannot explain. And sometimes, in those very moments, you forget a powerful truth. Allah is not ignoring you, He is preparing you. When Allah is about to bring something beautiful into your life, it rarely comes in the way you expect. It often begins with discomfort, with confusion, with a test that stretches your patience. Because what is coming is not small, and your heart needs to be ready to receive it. One of the signs that Allah is preparing something beautiful for you is that He begins to detach your heart from what you once thought you needed. Something you loved, something you held on to tightly, slowly starts to slip away. And it hurts. It really hurts. But this is not punishment. This is protection, because sometimes we hold on to things that are too small for the destiny Allah has written for us. You see loss, but Allah sees space to give you something better. And in that moment, your role is not to chase what is leaving, but to trust the one who is taking it away, because He only removes to replace with something greater. Another sign is that your connection with Allah starts to deepen in ways you didn't plan. You find yourself turning to Him more, making dua with more sincerity, feeling your dependence on Him like never before. Maybe you wake up in the middle of the night with a heavy heart, and without thinking you whisper, Ya Rab. That is not sluchayast. That is an invitation. Allah is pulling you closer because what He is about to give you requires a heart that is connected to Him. The gift is not just in the outcome. The real beauty is in the relationship you are building with Allah along the way. Because when your heart is attached to Him, everything else becomes a bonus, not a necessity. And then there is the test of patience, the waiting that feels endless. You make dua and days pass, weeks pass, maybe even years, and nothing seems to change. Shaitan comes and whispers, it's not going to happen. But what you don't see is that Allah is arranging things in ways beyond your imagination. Every delay has wisdom. Every unanswered dua is not ignored. It is being shaped into something better, something more perfect than what you asked for. Allah does not work on your timeline. He works with perfect timing, and sometimes if He gave you what you wanted immediately, it would not be khayr for you. So He delays it, not to hurt you, but to give it to you at the moment when it will bring you the most barakah. Understand this. Allah sees your patience. He sees the tears you don't show anyone. He hears the do's you whisper when no one is around. Nothing is lost with Him. Not a single moment of sabr goes unnoticed. And Allah is Ash-Shakur, the most appreciative. He rewards in ways that are far greater than the effort itself. So if you are in a place right now where things don't make sense, where you feel like you are losing more than you are gaining, where you are waiting and waiting, don't lose hope. This could be the very moment Allah is preparing something beautiful for you. Stay patient, not because it is easy, but because you trust Him. Stay patient because you know that Allah's plans are always better than yours. Stay patient because Jannah itself is built on Sabr, and remind yourself again and again. If Allah is making you wait, then what is coming is worth the wait. There are moments when something leaves your life and it feels like a part of you has been taken away. It could be a person you loved, an opportunity you worked so hard for, or a plan you were certain would bring you happiness. And when it's gone, your heart struggles to understand why. You replay the memories, the effort, the du'as you made, and you quietly ask, why would Allah take this away from me? What we often fail to realize in that moment is that Allah is not taking away to deprive you, He is taking away to prepare you. We become attached to things because we see them as good for us. We build hopes around them, we imagine our future through them, and we convince ourselves that this is exactly what we need. But Allah sees what you cannot see. He knows what is hidden behind that opportunity, that relationship, that path you were so eager to hold on to. Sometimes what you love carries harm you don't recognize, or it limits you from something far greater that is already written for you. So in His mercy, Allah removes it, not because you are unworthy of good, but because you are deserving of better. The pain you feel is real, and Islam does not ask you to deny that pain. Even the prophets experienced loss and heartbreak. But what transforms that pain into something meaningful is understanding the wisdom behind it. When Allah removes something, He is creating space in your life, space in your heart, space in your time, space in your focus. And that space is not meant to remain empty. It is meant to be filled with something that aligns more closely with your hair, something that brings you closer to Him, not further away. Sometimes we hold on so tightly to what is familiar that we unintentionally block what is greater. We keep knocking on a door that Allah has closed, not realizing that staying there is preventing us from walking toward doors He has already opened. Letting go is not easy, especially when you don't see what's coming next. But faith is trusting Allah even when the picture is incomplete. And in that moment of loss, when your hands feel empty, remind yourself that emptiness is not the end of your story. It is often the beginning of something you could not have imagined for yourself. There are times when life becomes heavy in a way you cannot explain to anyone. Outwardly, everything may seem normal, but inside, there's a quiet storm. You find yourself thinking more, feeling more, and slowly, without even planning it, you begin to turn to Allah in ways you never did before. You raise your hands in dawah more often, not because someone told you to, but because your heart has nowhere else to go. And that shift, that return, is not slochinast. It is rahmah of Allah pulling you back to Him. When Allah wants good for a person, He brings them closer to Him, not always through ease, but often through need. Because when you feel self-sufficient, you forget, you rely on your plans, your strength, your understanding. But when something shakes you, when something breaks your routine and humbles your heart, you begin to realize how much you need Him. And that realization is one of the greatest gifts a believer can receive. You may think that your increased dua is coming from your own effort, but in reality, it is Allah allowing you to call upon Him. Not everyone is guided to raise their hands sincerely. Not everyone feels that softness in their heart when they say, Ya Rab. The fact that you are turning to Him, even in your weakness, is a sign that He wants you close. Because if He did not want to hear from you, you would not even feel the urge to make dua. Sometimes Allah puts you in a situation where all other doors seem closed, just so you recognize that the only door that truly matters is His. And when you stand in front of that door consistently, with sincerity, with humility, something begins to change within you. Your heart starts to detach from people and outcomes, and instead it attaches to the one who controls them all. This connection transforms the way you see everything. Your dua is no longer just about asking. It becomes a conversation, a reliance, a source of peace, even before your situation your heart begins to feel lighter because it knows it is being heard. And that closeness to Allah is not just preparation for what is coming next. It is already a beautiful gift in itself. Waiting is one of the hardest tests for the heart. You make du'a with sincerity. You try to do everything right. You fix your intentions. You turn back to Allah again and again, yet nothing seems to change. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and sometimes even longer. And in that waiting, a quiet doubt can begin to grow. You start to wonder if your dua is being heard, if what you are asking for will ever come, or if perhaps it was never written for you at all. But what feels like delay to you is never delay in the sight of Allah. Time, as you understand it, is limited and pressured. You want things to happen quickly because you see only the present moment. Allah, however, sees the past, the present, and the future all at once. He knows exactly when something will benefit you and when it will harm you. What you are asking for may be khair for you, but only at the right time, in the right way, under the right circumstances. If it comes too early, it may overwhelm you. If it comes in a different form, it may not bring the peace you expect. Sometimes the delay is not about the thing you are asking for, but about you. Allah is preparing your heart, strengthening your iman, teaching you patience, and building your reliance on Him. Because if He gave you everything immediately, without that inner growth, you might not appreciate it, or worse, it might distance you from Him. The waiting purifies your intention. It makes you return to Allah, not just for the outcome, but for Him alone. There are also moments when Allah is arranging things behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. People, circumstances, opportunities, all being aligned perfectly. If even one piece is not in play, the outcome would not be what it is meant to be, so the delay is not empty. It is full of divine planning, full of wisdom that your current perspective cannot fully grasp. Shaitan will try to convince you that nothing is happening, that your dua is not being answered. But the truth is, every dua is heard, every call is responded to, even if the response is not immediate or visible. Allah answers in different ways, sometimes by giving exactly what you asked, sometimes by delaying it, and sometimes by replacing it with something better. So when you feel like you are stuck in waiting, remind yourself that you are not being ignored. You are being taken care of in a way that only Allah can manage. There are moments when you notice a shift within yourself that you cannot fully explain. You begin to make dua more often, not out of routine, but out of a deep need. Your heart feels softer, your words feel more sincere, and even in the middle of a busy day, your thoughts return to Allah. You whisper His names, you ask for His help, you seek His guidance, and what feels like your effort is, in reality, a sign of something much greater, Allah choosing you to turn back to Him. Not everyone is given this gift. There are people who go through life surrounded by distractions, never feeling the urge to raise their hands, never experiencing that pull toward their Creator. So when you find yourself calling upon Allah, especially in moments of vulnerability, understand that this is not sluchias, this is an invitation. Allah is opening a door for you, a door that leads to closeness, to mercy, to a relationship that will anchor you through every storm. Sometimes we think that being loved by Allah means having an easy life, where everything falls into place effortlessly. But often, Allah's love shows itself in a different way. He places you in situations that bring you back. Owe Him, He allows you to feel a certain emptiness so you can fill